My name is Jim Cowan. I'll be your host for this new feature. Today what we're looking at is interoperability. We'll start with a structural steel model in Revit and export the view so we can bring it into Autodesk Advance Steel. ID8 is part of an elite group of Autodesk value-added resellers worldwide that have achieved Platinum tier status. ID8 was awarded Dealer of the Year for 2015. ID8 offers both pre- and post-sales assistance from experienced industry professionals. There are two topics for the session. The first is exporting a Revit structural model specifically from a view that you've prepared. And the second is importing the structural markup language exchange file, or the SMLX file. I'm in a Revit project file and I have different views showing the different building components. One of those views is showing primarily the structural components, foundations and framing members, and if I select them you can see that they are sized inside Revit. Also in that view I've placed on purpose a entourage figure because I want to show that when you export the views you can choose to limit your export just to structural elements, and you do that by going to the Add-ins tab, Advanced Steel Extension Settings, and the two checkboxes to say import only structural elements and export only structural elements. So in that way, if I window around my model to select everything in the view there, I can then go back to the Add-ins tab and say export. Because of my settings it will not include the non-structural elements. I'm going to use the country library for US, but many other countries are available. And then I'm saving my SMLX structural markup language exchange file, putting it into a folder. Just confirming that I'm saving the view as selected. And that's it as far as exporting the content out so I can use it in Advanced Steel. The main benefit to me in creating this workflow is that I get off to a very fast start. So if I save my Revit model and then I open Advanced Steel, what I can do is use the tools that are available in Autodesk Advanced Steel to create the steelwork at a level of detail that's required for fabricators. So if I go to the tools there just to show you, I have all of these drafting tools for creating plates, gussets, whatever I need. If I go to the Export Import tab, I can say import from Revit. I'm going to go and pick the SMLX file that was created and bring it in. Now I've got kind of a matchup of the steel that was in the Revit file. In fact, if I select it, you can see that it corresponds to the manufactured sizes. If I pick my column, you see the same thing. Also contributing to the fast start is that a working context was really created for me inside this file. If I look at the Project Explorer, I'll find that Revit levels translated into work planes inside the model. So I've got work planes named the same as they were in the Revit model, and I can set the bottom and top of those to control the height of the columns that I want to create. So you see, if I told it that I wanted to go from foundation to roof, if I were to use the tools here, I could say I want an object that is a column, and bottom and top of that column are determined by the work planes. The other option that's there is the creation of structures, which are really a lot like section boxes inside Revit. They'll let me control the display of the object. So if I turn off the structures, you see that I can choose what I display and what I hide. So if I turn off the terrace and the foundation, I'm just looking at what was around the main floor level. If I switch them all on again, you can see the whole model. So instead of me having to create all of this manually, it's there and I'm off to the fast start that I wanted. Thank you for reviewing these new features with me today. For more information on ID8's online and live training at our Autodesk Authorized Training Center locations, or just to stay up to date on the latest news, please visit our website, check out our blog, or follow us on Twitter and LinkedIn. Have a great day.